Stevens? Start first with Keith Smith, coach.
Brad, normally it's a good sign that the team has fight to get back in games when they're out of it. But it seems like this year it's been kind of a familiar script that they fall behind, rally, and come up short. Is there any part for you that's getting frustrating that it's continuing to play out that way?
Yeah, I mean, the most frustrating part is we let adversity, take us out of what we're doing for too long. So, Luka goes on his run, and instead of coming back again, it was just like the other night, like come down. He just hit an impossible shot, tip your cap, come down and be even more focused to get a great shot on offense, right? Same thing. It's just the same old story. It's like 12-minute droughts because we don't respond. And then we pick ourselves up and we've got a lot of, we've got a big deficit and we play the way that teams can play down. Now I'm not crazy enough to think you can always play that way because it's easy to play when you're down. Like the other team's got all the pressure in the world when they're up 23 with 6 minutes left in the third. You're just playing free. But we got to respond better in the middle of the game. And, we just haven't. It's the bottom line. And I just, I feel bad that the new guys are hearing this because they don't deserve it because they haven't been a part of it. But it's been the same old script. Now, I think that, you do have to say Dallas shot the heck out of the ball. Luka went on an incredible run. So they deserve a lot of credit for that. But not good enough from our side.
John Corrales?
I know this is a $1 million question, but you do this against every team now, and you keep giving credit to other teams, and they deserve it, but you guys are the constant. How do you change it? Is there a personnel thing? What is it in this team's personality that makes this keep happening?
Well, again, we just haven't responded to adversity in the middle of games well. Again, it's been sometimes it's at the start, sometimes you rightfully noted it's been in the fourth. We've been great in the fourth the last couple of days because we've been down and we've been coming back. Here in the last couple, it's been in the middle. And, we just let go and we can't do that. Now, that being said, John, I'd love to say, try we're starting, this is the 6th different lineup we've started in the last 6 games just because of availability, right? So I don't know how to try personnel until we have our personnel. That said, we have to figure some things out that we got to find some resolve quicker and capable of that. And I'm always going to give the other team credit because there's 2 teams out there playing basketball. I hope you don't take offense to that, but it is fair to them to give them credit. And they played a hell of a game and they took us out of it and they forced us, because that's probably our reputation, to not respond for 10 to 12 minutes. And that, changed the game.
And how much of this falls on you to change what's happening in those middle quarters?
Yeah, I mean, I got to, we were just talking about it. Maybe I got to use every time out. Maybe we got to shuffle sub. I don't know. But it's a team that I'm coaching, so it should all fall on me.
Maximilian Haupt?
Thank you. You were just referring to the new guys, coach. What did you like and what did you learn about Mo Wagner so far?
Well, Mo brings good energy. Mo's a guy that's skilled and can pass. I thought he did a good job, and especially in that second half spurt that at least got us kick-started a little bit.
Thank you.
David Shenloto?
Hey, coach. Which is the thing you're most satisfied of?
Most satisfied?
Yeah. If something, obviously.
If something.
Yeah.
That'd be my answer. I'm not sure that, I just look at it. We need to play better.
Thank you.
Adam Himmelsbach.
Brad, what happened with Rob? Is that pretty like really right before the game you guys found out he was going to be out, and then also the late lineup you went with there with Fournier and the other four top players. What group could?
I mean, that group's too small in a lot of cases, but they were playing a bunch of smalls, and then even Porzingis wasn't necessarily posting a ton. Did in the first half a little bit, but I thought it was our best chance to have a lot of firepower out there and spread the floor, open up the rim for drives. We got to the rim multiple times and had beautiful kickouts, great attempts at finishes. We didn't make a lot of them, but the game rewards the way you play all the way through both ways. And that was probably a little bit of the game being honest with us.
Final question, Brian Robb.
Hey, Brad, just going back to what you were talking about earlier with the script for you guys this season, a lot of these guys a lot of the core is here for this, and you've seen them over the years respond to this stuff, time and time again. Like, what's your faith that you guys are going to be able to turn the corner here on that front and kind of just pull things together in the last 20, 25 games here?
Well, I think as a coach, you should always, not put a ceiling on your team, and you should always have faith. That said, it's not time to dream about the future. It's time to do it now. Like, we need to play better. We need to show up and compete, and every night with great urgency all the way through the game, regardless of what just happened. And so I don't really care about the future, and I don't really care about the first 48 games. Like, what are we going to do? And that's the question. It's time to show up. It's time to and play the way we did in the third and fourth quarter, or the late third and early fourth, and let the chips fall where they may after that.
Final question, sorry, Coach, from Gary Washburn.
Brad, I don't know if you've been asked this before, but the last week against Milwaukee, kind of the same thing. You allow 70 in the first half. You come all the way back and lose by 2. What can you do differently to get your team to start better? Or is it up to them? Or do you have to start taking playing time away from guys when they're lackadaisical? Like, how do you motivate your guys to play 48 of the 48, not 24?
It's a really fair question. I said it to John earlier. I'm not sure. There's rotation questions that you can certainly pose, but until we have, like today, Rob right out of the gate, not there. That's like throwing those guys into the fold today. Throwing Mo Wagner into a start was not fair to Mo Wagner. But that said, I didn't think we started, awful, Gary. I thought we did some good things early. We did miss some shots, but we were flying around. We were playing the right way. But when adversity hit, we nosedived. And so we've got to be better in that situation. So it's not, to me, as much about the start, the end. It's about, how are we going to play when it gets tough? Because it's always going to get tough. The players are too good. Those shots that Luka hit were ridiculous. I mean, there's nothing else we can say about those, right? So we have to move on. We have to be able to do that better than we have. And I do believe that we can, but I'm not going to, again, sit up here and talk about what we can do and what we hope to do and all that crap. I mean, I've been around good teams and I've been around bad teams, and we're very average right now because we don't do it every night. And so we'll see how good we can get if we start to do it every night.
We'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.